This is Nervape James. We're back with another episode of the Nervape Podcast. This is episode 9 with host Rory. Rory is our Discord moderator for Nervape, and he will be interviewing Neon.bit. Neon is the project lead for NFT Nation. NFT Nation is a community-oriented NFT marketplace built on Godwoken, a layer 2 blockchain in the Nervos network ecosystem. This was a Twitter space done back in end of August of 2023. Since then, NFT Nation is looking to build more layer 1 capabilities. To learn more about their layer 1 developments as well as their updates to NFT Nation since the time of this interview, please refer to the Nervos Network Town Hall 2024. A link will be in the description. So briefly, what is NFT Nation? On this platform, users can mint, buy, sell, and auction NFTs, and they'll go more into the details in this interview. So please take a listen, and hope you enjoy. Thank you.
All right, good morning, everyone.
All right.
Let's get started. Yeah, Rory, go ahead and take over, and I'll step out for now. Thank you.
All righty. How's it going, guys? My name's Rory, and I've been working with Nervape for quite some time, and I was lucky enough to attend NFT NYC with them and the team. A few guys got to go, and that was quite an experience. But yeah, I'm been here for a while, and I like what they're doing, and we got NACP Mint coming up here shortly, so just keep your eyes open for that. Follow Nervapes if you're not already, and keep you posted. Neon, you want to go ahead and give us an introduction of who you are and what your involvement is of NFT Nation?
Hey, yeah, sure. Thanks, Rory, and thanks for having me on. I kind of wanted to say that I've been following Nervapes for a long time, actually. So for a couple of years now, I think from the very beginning, and it's just great to see how well you guys are doing. You know, obviously being at NFT NYC, I'm really excited about the bone list and the collection as well. It's really hard sometimes to be persistent in this space, so kudos to you guys, and to you, Rory, as well. You're kind of like a long-standing community member, so man, appreciate everything that you're doing. But to give an intro to me, I'm just a Nervos community member. I've been in and around the crypto space for the last couple of years, 2.5 years now. I'm part of the Nervos Nation team, which is like a sub-community in the Nervos ecosystem that's focused on education, activism, social media involvement, and community growth. Me in particular, I'm focused primarily on creating, educational content and helping to grow the community. And most recently, obviously, I've kind of stepped into the role of helping manage and take forward NFT Nation, which is really like the community marketplace on Nervos.
It's awesome, man. Awesome. I appreciate what you're doing, and sometimes it's not easy, I got kids and a full-time job, so I know it's can be hectic sometimes,
Yeah, it's something you have to do it out of passion. If there's no interest or passion in what you're doing, then it's really easy. I kind of don't see it as a chore or anything like that. So if you're kind of doing it as a job, or if there's no love or passion there, then it's really hard to kind of stay consistent in this space, for sure.
Definitely, man. Definitely. All right. Well, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions here. Let me see. What inspired you to build an NFT marketplace on Nervos?
So I think to answer that question, you have to be familiar a little bit about the history of NFTs on Nervos, because the way NFTs started out really was on. So Nervos is like a multi-layered ecosystem, and our main marketplace for a long time was Collect, and Collect was like this place where you could buy, sell, mint NFTs. It was a really nice place. There was a really nice vibe with it. You had creators who were kind of building their own collections and building their own followings. But unfortunately, some time ago, that Collect had to shut down. They were no longer viable. They couldn't continue to function. And so there's been like this long period of time where there wasn't really a way for content creators, NFT artists to express themselves on Nervos. So that's kind of where NFT Nation came about, was to kind of give that platform back to creators, so they've got somewhere where they can creators who love Nervos, who want to kind of help push the ecosystem forward. They've got this place now where they can put their items on. They can kind of build their followings, build their audience. But also, I think the other thing about NFT Nation is that it's really an offshoot of the other thing that we do, which is Nervos Nation. And the whole idea behind NFT Nation wasn't just to have like an NFT marketplace, but to use that marketplace for something good moving forward. So the whole idea with the marketplace really is that proceeds that come from the marketplace, from sales and whatnot, that stuff can then be injected back into the community for growth, for initiatives, for marketing, to help the community become self-sufficient, so that we can kind of not only have more of a say, but actually kind of do more to help forward Nervos generally. So that's where I think really the selling points of NFT Nation are.
Yeah, I remember collecting around, and then just out of nowhere, they ended up deciding to, close the marketplace, and that was a big impact on a lot of these independent artists. That hurt, a lot of them for exposure and just everything, really.
Yeah, it's one of those things. The crypto cycle generally is boom and bust. So and the bust is generally where a lot of projects either get found out because they're not sustainable financially, or they just it's just that drop in volume which really can put a downer. It can take the wind out of your sails. So it's not just in NFTs. It's kind of like all applications across crypto, and that's really what it was. It was the bear market that hit, and I think that at the time, Collect said that they couldn't really continue financially. I guess the difference with NFT Nation is that we've, from the start, tried to keep our overheads as low as possible. Really, we don't have any major costs at all. Our team is very small and tight knit, and so we're pretty much able to weather a bear market for hopefully not too long, but for the foreseeable future without any issues at all. And the aim is really that we kind of grow with the community.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Alrighty, now next question is going to be, what is the process of listing an NFT?
So yeah, the process on NFT Nation to list an NFT, you first need a wallet. So you need a crypto wallet. The best wallet for NFT Nation really is MetaMask. You also, before you start, you need to have some CKB in your wallet on MetaMask. I'll post a guide in the chat so people can kind of get acclimatized with how that actually works, instead of having to explain it. But once you've really got a wallet set up and CKB in your wallet, then the process really for listing and interacting with the website is, relatively speaking, straightforward. On the website itself, so the website is NFT-Nation .live, and you can go to that website, and it's a fairly basic layout. It's a fairly clean layout. You've got this sort of navigation bar at the top. on that navigation bar, you've got like the buttons for like exploring the website, but also there's a button to connect your wallet. Once you've connected your wallet, that's kind of you logging into the website, and then you can start to do stuff. You can actually then interact with the website itself. So you can browse the marketplace. Once you click on an NFT, then once you've connected your wallet, then you'll have this option to you can buy the NFT if you've got enough CKB in your wallet. If you had an NFT in your wallet already, or if you've already created one on the website, then you've also got the option to, if you wanted to list it on the marketplace. There's another button on the top of the website where you can mint. So that's basically creating your own NFT, and that's fairly simple. A lot of that stuff is self-explanatory. So the main sticking point for a lot of users is probably the first bit to get your wallet set up and to get some CKB in there. But once you've got that, then it's fairly plain sailing.
Awesome. This question here kind of has to deal with the prior question, but can a beginner create NFTs and sell them on your marketplace, or does it require an advanced skill set that requires coding or programming?
So the answer to that is basically no. I feel a beginner would probably need some time. If they're completely new to crypto, they would need some time to get used to how MetaMask works, how to set up your own account with your seed phrase and that kind of stuff. And then finding the best way to get CKB in your wallet. So the link that I've posted has that information. I'm also going to post another link now from a community member about like how to buy and sell CKB. So that's kind of so I posted that now. So that's kind of like a basic step-by-step how to for how to do it. And really, once you've got past that hurdle of setting up your wallet and getting CKB in there, then you don't need any programming experience. You don't need any coding experience at all. It's fairly just click, point and click, and you can buy NFTs and you can sell NFTs and do all of that stuff. We've still got crypto generally still has a long way to go in terms of user experience. So I've mentioned it a few times really, that for normal people, for outsiders, trying to use crypto is still a little bit difficult. It's doable if you're not really tech savvy, but it takes a bit of time, and I think it'll be a few years until we can actually get products out there which are really user friendly, as foolproof as possible basically. Thankfully, actually within the Nervos ecosystem, we are kind of building those products. So yeah, watch this space hopefully.
I recently read that OpenSea is going to stop/limit royalties. What is your thoughts on royalties, and why is that important to creators/artists?
Yeah, so royalties, I feel like royalties are on most NFT websites, and we have actually royalties on our website as well, on our marketplace, and we are 100% behind royalties to support creators. The reason it's been controversial, it's kind of been an ongoing thing for like a year or possibly 2 years now. The question of should a marketplace have royalties? The issue is really who the incentives that you're kind of catering for. For traders, for example, royalties is kind of a bit annoying because you're trying to flip an NFT, for example, and it might be quite a small margin. And if there's an extra charge that has to go back to the original creator, then it's harder for NFT traders, for example, to flip their NFTs. Whereas for creators, royalties are really quite important because you get the ongoing income from the collections that you've made. It kind of incentivizes creators to kind of continue providing value and continue supporting the collections they've already put out, instead of putting out these collections and then saying, well, I'm not going to get any more money from that. I might as well just start a new collection or a new project. So I feel like royalties are really important for sustainability in this space, and to kind of constantly reward creators who kind of put their time into building not just these art pieces, but also the brand as well. And also it incentivizes them, like I mentioned, to kind of continue, being part of that and continue offering value to people who've kind of bought into those NFTs.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's how artists, continue to do what they do, and what OpenSea is doing, I don't think it's right, but what we don't have no control over it, we just keep building, and thank God, you guys are doing a good job. And I was curious, what fees does NFT Nation charge to list/sell NFTs?
So our fee structure is fairly basic, fairly straightforward, which is on all sales, there's a 2.5% marketplace fee. Now, on any blockchain, pretty much every blockchain, I'm pretty sure, especially EVM blockchains, you have to pay to do anything on the chain. You have to pay a gas fee, which is basically like it's like the computation cost for processing that transaction on the network. So there is a gas fee on Godwoken, which is the chain that the NFT Nation is on, for anything that you do. So if you list, or if you sell, buy, or do whatever, or create an entry, mint, you have to pay a gas fee that's not a marketplace fee, but it's just for you to actually be able to interact with the blockchain. The whole point of gas fees is that you can't just spam a whole load of transactions to the network and bring it to the halt. There is actually a cost for you to do stuff. That gas fee at the moment is in the region of I think 10 CKB, which is like, at the moment, that's pennies. That's really almost, I wouldn't say almost nothing, but it's very, very low, and very, very competitive as compared to other EVM blockchains. Then after that, there is only for sales, for any sale, there's a 2.5% marketplace fee. At the moment, we have no fee for listing your NFT. We have no fee for minting individual NFTs. If you're creating like a whole collection, there's a one-time fee of 150 CKB, which again isn't a huge amount at all. And really, apart from that, there's no, like I mentioned, there's no marketplace cost to list your NFT or to mint individual items. So I think that's pretty competitive.
Alrighty. Does NFT Nation offer support for people that run into any issues?
Yeah, so we have a Discord group. If you go to my bio, then you've got the link to the NFT Nation Twitter account. Is NFTX Nation, and then from there you can navigate to the Discord, which we're in there every day, pretty much. Even if we're not posting there, anyone who posts like a support issue or query, or they have a problem, we usually can get to you pretty quickly. And so yeah, we're open to helping anyone if they run into any issues on the website, for sure.
Do you guys have can you open a ticket in your Discord, or do you have to just post like your question in the general chat?
You can do both. So we have a ticket system set up for people who, if they have issues and they want one-to-one support, or if you want to kind of open it out to the community, if there's like a bug you've spotted, or there's something you're not sure about and you just want more feedback, you can do it in the general chat as well.
What does NFT Nation have in store next? Any particular updates or improvements?
Yeah, so at the moment we're in beta, so we're kind of like, we're at MVP, so we're basically minimal viable product. the aim is that as time goes on, we continue to add more and more features, and we grow with the community. So we're not in any kind of rush to kind of, get to reach the summit straight away, because we know we're in the middle of a bear market now. We know that interest in NFTs generally and in the crypto market generally is pretty low. So we are pacing ourselves. That said, we're actively developing right now quite a few extra features to kind of bring us out of beta, I would say, and also bring us to a point where then I would be, much more happier, heavily marketing the website and kind of really raising awareness about it. It's features like, NFT transfers, being able to transfer NFT to someone, like if you wanted to airdrop it, for example, then to do that through the website would be good. Also having like a user dashboard. So you can get like notifications that your NFT is sold, for example. You can use it to manage your collections, for example. You can like change the description of your collection, or the landing page, or the sort of the main image of your collection, or whatever. Just those types of things for a user dashboard. Another feature which seems to be quite popular is batch minting. So being able to mint a lot of NFTs, instead of having to mint them all individually, you can mint them all in one go. Is also another feature we're looking at. Also things like liking NFTs, sharing NFTs. You buy an NFT and then you can automatically, put something onto your Twitter to say, look, I bought this really sweet NFT, to kind of raise awareness about, what's going on the store. Also, we have a search feature at the moment on the website, but like better search filters, just more in depth with analytics as well, so you can kind of see for each collection what the floor price is, and what the volume is, and that kind of stuff. So you can kind of see what's trending and what people are interested in.
Is there anything you can recommend to the community about safety in the crypto/NFT space?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the most important thing, really, for any for any crypto user, because the trouble with the space still is that not only is it really easy to kind of make a mistake. For example, you can send your crypto to the wrong wallet if you haven't double checked, the address that you've put in. You can lose your account details or your seed phrase or whatever. But also, we're still somewhat in kind of the wild west phase of crypto. So account security, scammers, hackers, that type of stuff. What I would say is that really important to keep your, like seed phrase, for example, keep that really safe. Self custody everything. So any crypto that you have, don't keep it on an exchange. If the exchange goes down, then you lose your crypto. So if it's held by you in your own wallet, and that's preferably a hardware wallet, that's the best way. If you're not trading that crypto, if you're keeping it for the long term, in a hardware wallet, it's really important. Your seed phrase, obviously never share your seed phrase with anyone. That's just for you. When it comes to NFTs, I think just always exercise caution. If you're interested in NFTs, and especially if you're kind of seeing on other marketplaces, especially like the bigger ones on Ethereum, oftentimes people see like NFTs as an investment, although the value unfortunately is quite speculative. So if you're considering an NFT as an investment, you have to really think carefully about that. There's a lot of good accounts on Twitter who go into like crypto safety and NFT safety. One that I can recommend is a project called Wallet Guard. So I've been following them for a long time, and they've also got this they've got this app, which kind of is like a extension in your browser, and it helps to kind of filter out scam websites, and they've got a lot of good content about how to keep yourself safe in crypto. So I definitely recommend that.
Have you ever heard of Revoke Cash, which revokes permissions or something in that nature?
I have heard of this. Yeah, like sometimes you if you go to a website, then you have to, if you connect your wallet to a website, then you're giving them certain permissions. But if then that website later on gets hacked, then those permissions can be used against you. So it's a good idea through MetaMask or sometimes these apps to revoke permissions on a regular basis, so that you're not. Unfortunately, it's one of the downsides. It's one of the problems with EVM generally. Thankfully, with other models, and we're in the Nervos community, so we know on the Nervos layer one, there's much more, there's much better levels of even smart contract security. So these types of attacks, generally tend not to apply. But unfortunately, on EVM and Ethereum based chains, then you can get these types of attacks. So yeah, always revoke permissions if you're not actively using websites.
Do you think the SEC/regulators will ever be an issue in the NFT space?
I think yeah, that's a tough question. I know, like, yeah, the SEC, I think probably has its hands full with, obviously it's lost the Ripple case, and it's probably going to appeal that. And the only thing that's certain in crypto is that you absolutely don't know what's going to happen in the future. So yeah, I think they are kind of definitely going for cryptos, especially those which are more centralized that they can target, and there's this promise of or suggestion of returns and that kind of stuff. I know they've also gone after certain people, individuals as well, who've kind of been involved with scams and that kind of stuff. And I know, like, law enforcement has gone after certain NFT creators and that kind of stuff. So I think, yeah, it's something that hopefully doesn't hit the crypto community too hard. And thankfully, crypto is global. So even if the SEC in America is doing X, Y, Z, I don't think that stops innovation and stuff abroad. And unfortunately, it's something. It probably is to the detriment of the US if they go too hard on regulation, which it kind of seems it's sometimes a bit more political than anything else. So yeah, to answer your question, I have no idea.
Yeah, I hear you. You never know. You never know with people like that, It's all about money and stuff and power with them. But that's basically it with my questions. If anybody in the audience has any questions, if you want to raise your hand, we'll get to you. And James, I'm not sure how you wanted to do the giveaways, but you wanted to hop on here and let us know how you wanted to handle that.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Yeah, it was really interesting listening to you both. I'll be selecting, I've been taking note of who is listening and the accounts of who are listening right now. And also, I believe we have some people on link 3 that are listening as well. So I'm making note of who's listening, and we'll be choosing 5 random listeners for our giveaway. So please look out for that. Yeah, any questions, feel free to raise your hand or give us, let's see. I'm trying to figure out what's the function here for them. Or if you give us a motion con or or leave a comment, we'll try to answer those questions. So any questions, anyone? Okay, so I don't see any questions from the audience. If it's okay, I'll go ahead and ask. Let's see here. Let's see. So as mentioned in your on your website, Neon mentions how community first. That's the title of this. It's the title of this Twitter space that we're, or I guess it's called X space now. But yeah, could you elaborate a little bit more about this philosophy of community first and why it's part of, I guess, your ethos and what it means to be community first?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. But really, so it's actually from a few different angles. First and foremost, um, we're one of the few, I guess, projects in Nervos where it's kind of the community who've kind of stepped up to make something. And that was really to fill like I mentioned, to fill the void left by Collect. It was just there was a long period of time where there wasn't really any platform for content creators or people in the community to express themselves creatively or to kind of generate some buzz. So it was kind of something that a few of us in the community decided actually this would be a good thing to do. And so it's really people within the Nervos community creating something for the community. Um, but in addition to that, like I mentioned, we're really big on royalties. So we really believe in supporting creators to kind of not just sell their stuff, but also make continuous returns from it. So they benefit from the brand that they've built and the work that they've put into creating this collection, and then the constant value that they want to then create afterwards for those holders of NFTs. So again, we're supporting creators we're incentivizing them to kind of continue being part of the community, continue playing a role. And the last thing is, as I mentioned, um, NFT Nation really kind of stands out in one way in particular, which is really we're as community members, we're not really here to make money out of the platform. What we've done is we've set up a special DAO so that all proceeds go to this multi-sig DAO, and then after basically running costs, that money is for the community. So we earmark that money to be injected into the community for initiatives, as I mentioned, helping to grow the Nervos community, helping to push Nervos forward generally. That's why really we're here and doing this. There's we're not really going to make a great deal of money in this climate. Running an NFT marketplace is really just to become self-sufficient as a community. That's what we're really about. And that's why the more people who support us, the more people who want to buy and sell things on the platform, the more people who create stuff and help to push the platform forward. You're really just helping the community. You're not helping people individually, financially. You're actually more so helping the community become self-sufficient, so that we can actually do more to help empower what we're doing in terms of growing the Nervos ecosystem.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I think for some people are still very wary, as you mentioned earlier, Rory and Nian, you both mentioned earlier about the NFT space and how, some people feel like, oh, some people are just getting in it for the cash grab. So it's very refreshing to hear that there are still, DAOs, there's still communities and projects out there that are for the community and for pumping resources back into building that ecosystem versus, hey, I need to go grab that money and go buy a Ferrari or something like that. But so that's great to hear. Yeah, so Rory, yeah, if you want to go ahead, take it away. Maybe any last thoughts from Neon or Rory, and then I guess we can wrap it up. Yeah, and I'll step out.
Alrighty. Well, that's it for me, really. It's 5:30 here in Florida, and just hanging out with the family, and I'm gonna call it a day, and I'm gonna take the kids for a walk, and they're gonna ride their scooters, and gonna have some fun. So I'm just gonna hang out with the family for the rest of the day, and that's about it for me. How are you gonna finish your day, Neon?
Well, it's I'm here in the UK, and it's almost 11 o'clock at night. So I'll probably I'll probably just get a few things done and then go to bed. But but yeah, I feel you. I've got a few kids of my own, so spending the weekends with them is the best way to spend your weekend for sure.
Alrighty, well, thank you for everybody for listening, and like I said, follow Neon, me, Nervape, NFT Nation, and keep your eyes peeled, and we'll always be here building.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'll leave this open for like a minute or so, but yes, feel free to leave as you like. And then, yeah, thank you so much for joining. This is Nervape. Please be sure to check out our website at nervape.com, and also be sure to check out Neon. He is at CKB Samurai on Twitter, and also NFT Nation. They are at NFTX Nation on Xbase or Twitter. I'm still trying to wrap out how to call this company, but anyways, yes. Please take care, and everyone have a great weekend. And yeah, spend time with loved ones. That sounds like a great way to spend your day, evening, weekend. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, Neon, for coming out and answering my questions. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No, man. Thanks for having me on, and yeah, I'll let you guys get off as well. So have a good evening.